Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Salem Field. It's your friend Russell K with the pregame show on your Buffalo Bison's live update show here, being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio, Worldwide Sports, and also Rise Up Sports Unlimited with DeAndre the Torch Giant. And we'll be broadcasting live throughout the game with live interviews and live game updates throughout the game here. We'll be broadcasting live at the end of each inning here on the Buffalo Bison's post-game show. We have some great interviews with players from the game, and it's going to be a great game here today. Series is tied right now, one game apiece with the Rail Raiders winning in 11 last night, 8-3 over Buffalo. Buffalo taking the first game and setting a record on that Friday night, 19 strikeouts, and they scored a winning run on a wild pitch. And right now, this game is tied at one game apiece. And who's going to have the bragging rights? We'll find out here in just a little bit. And today should be a great crowd. The weather, let's take a quick look at the weather forecast. Game time, first pitch is at 1:05 p.m. Your weather forecast being brought to you by Rise Up Sports Unlimited. It's going to be partly cloudy, 80 degrees. Winds coming from the northeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now here comes the bad news. There is a chance of showers or a thunder boomer. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope that that does not affect this game this afternoon. Should be a great game, as I mentioned in the post-game show interview with Casey Candell on Friday. He talked about the grit the team had in that game, playing great defense and amazing pitching. And speak with him all year long. He had mentioned about the pitching and the defense and hitting has to come together for this team to be more consistent. And so again, Friday night that all came together for Buffalo, winning that game, as I mentioned, 1-0. And as I mentioned, the Rail Raiders winning last night 8-3 in 11 innings. Did you know that the game on Friday and Saturday is the first time this year Buffalo played in extra innings? In fact, on Saturday's game, Buffalo was winning throughout the game, and in the top of the eighth is when the Rail Raiders made their comeback. And they came back and won that game 8-3. Well, the good news in that loss, even though they lost yesterday, Rafael Lantigua, he is heating up as far as hitting. He went 2 for 3 in that game. And so hopefully he can continue his magic this afternoon and lead Buffalo to another win and win this series 2-1. Coming to town on Tuesday, it's a 6-game series against Rochester. The Red Wings will be in town. And there'll be a 6-game series of Buffalo taking on Rochester starting on Tuesday. And so with that being said, let's take a quick look at the starting lineups. Again, being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio, Worldwide Sports. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Rail Raiders. Playing center field, number 10 is going to be Brandon Lockridge. And he has no home runs, but he's got 28 RBIs. Playing third base for the Rail Raiders, it's Jordan Vivas. He is hitting 5 home runs with 19 RBIs. First base for the Rail Raiders, it's Agustin Ramirez. He's got 4 HRs and 13 RBIs. Playing second base for the Rail Raiders, it's Oswald Peraza. And he's had a pretty good year. Not home run wise, 1 home run, but 18 RBIs. Playing the designated hitter for the Rail Raiders this afternoon is T.J. Runfield, and he is batting .287, 10 HRs with 42 RBIs. Playing right field, it's number 81, Oscar Gonzalez, batting .276, 5 HRs and 26 RBIs. Playing catcher for the Rail Raiders, it's number 6, J.C. Esquera. He is batting .800 and no HRs and 1 RBI. Shortstop number 4, Kevin Smith, batting .247, 2 HRs and 19 RBIs. Left field number 57, Taylor Trammell, and he's batting .242, 6 HRs and 25 RBIs. The starting pitcher for the Rail Raiders this afternoon, it's number 39, Tanner Tully. He has a 1-6 record with a 7.31 ERA. Now let's take a look at your starting lineup for our Buffalo Bisons. Again, being brought to you by Rise Up Sports Unlimited, DeAndre the Torch Robinson. All right, check out. So now playing shortstop for Buffalo. We just talked about him. Number 66, Rafael Lantigua. He is batting 248, 2 home runs, and 22 RBIs. You know what's really cool about that number? My birthday is February 22nd. So hopefully my magic will be his magic, and he'll be able to continue with his magic this afternoon. Playing third base for Buffalo, number 33, Gabriel Cancel. He's batting 302 with 6 HRs and 11 RBIs. First base, it's number 14, Riley Tirota. He's batting 257, 9 HRs, and 25 RBIs. The designated for Buffalo, number 23, Damiano Palgiani. He's batting 222, 12 HRs, and 39 RBIs. Left field, it's number 21, Will Robertson, batting 236, 13 HRs, and 44 RBIs. Playing catcher for Buffalo, it's number 29, Brian Servin, batting 260, and he's actually has 3 HRs and 15 RBIs. Second base for Buffalo, number 5, Miguel Geraldo, batting 208, no HRs thus far. Hopefully he'll get one in today's game for us, and he's got 3 RBIs. Center field for Buffalo, number 2, Cam Eden, batting 204. He's got the lucky number 7 for HRs and 30 RBIs. And right off the starting lineup for Buffalo, right field number 58, Alan Rodin, batting 176. However, he's got 2 HRs and 8 RBIs. The starting pitcher for Buffalo this afternoon, number 12, Chad Dallas. He is 2-3 with a 6.34 ERA. And so that's the start lineups for Buffalo and the Rail Raiders. Now let's turn the page here and look at some pretty interesting facts as we cover this game this afternoon for you. Again, it's the pregame show with your friend Russell K. We're live at Salem Field, and it's a beautiful day for baseball, as I mentioned in the weather forecast. Hopefully, the showers and those thunderbombers stay away. It looks like we're going to have a pretty decent crowd on hand here, and the players are just now getting out right now and starting to warm up prior to the game. So today's game, the Bisons and the Rail Raiders, okay, they're going to meet for the final game, as we just mentioned. Right now the series is tied, and hopefully Buffalo can win this game and get the bragging rights. However, after today's matchup, though, the Herd will host a 6-game series against the Syracuse Mets, as we mentioned, starting on Tuesday. Now, the Bisons and Rail Raiders are meeting for their second 3-game series at Salem Field this year. However, the teams will meet again 2 more times. They're going to be 2 6-game series. The next one comes in August at the PNC Field up in Scranton there. All right, and then the final one will be the final homestand for Buffalo this season, as they will take on the Rail Raiders in another 6-game series. That will be right here at Salem Field, and that will run off the season for Buffalo. And also, some more fun tidbits for you here. Today's game, he had 2 previous games, and we mentioned this in the pregame show as well. So today's game tied 2 previous games for the longest game by innings in 2024. The last time a game when 11 innings was back on May 19th. And guess who they played? They played a team that's coming to town on Tuesday, the Rochester Red Wings. That's right. And, that game didn't work out too well for Buffalo. They did lose that game. And in back-to-back games this year, Buffalo's 1-1. And so continue now. So all right. And that'll take care of all the fun things here for the pregame show. Again, first pitch will be coming our way at 1:05 p.m. And make sure you stay with us all afternoon long. I'll be coming back at the end of each half inning, and we will be reporting on the game. Any game action as it comes to the Buffalo Bisons, we've got you covered on Music Dreams USA Radio, Worldwide Sports, and also Rise Up Sports Unlimited. It's your friend Russell K. Welcome aboard, and as I mentioned, we'll be back throughout the afternoon. And until then, we're going to step aside, and when we return, we'll have another final thoughts on the pregame show right before the first pitch. It's going to be way here up in a little bit. Until then, thank you so much for listening and watching Music Dreams USA Radio Worldwide Sports.